Nihonium organisson. Sounds like a magical spell, doesn't it? But it's not. These are just names of two newly discovered elements. Did you know that there are 118 elements discovered to date, and each of these elements is denoted using a unique symbol? Yes, and all these elements are organized in a table known as the periodic table. We'll study more about the periodic table, but before we do that, let's take a closer look at the unique symbols assigned to each of these elements. Some elements get their symbols from the first letters of their English names, like hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon, phosphorus, and sulfur. Also, we always use only the uppercase letters to denote these elements. Some elements are denoted by using the first two letters of their English names. When naming such elements, the first letter is written in uppercase and the second letter is written in lowercase. Such elements include calcium, cobalt, helium, and iridium. To name some other elements, instead of the second letter, we use the third or fourth letters of their English names. Such elements include magnesium, manganese, platinum, chromium, and chlorine, among others. Now, humans began to discover elements ages ago. Back then, elements were referred to by their Latin names. These Latin names were then used to derive the symbols for these elements. For example, iron got the symbol Fe from its Latin name ferrum. Gold is denoted by Au, derived from its Latin name aurum. Silver is denoted by Ag from its Latin name argentum, which means shiny or white. Copper is denoted by Cu, whose Latin name is cuprum, and sodium is denoted by Na, derived from its Latin name natrium. But you know what's really fascinating? Now, elements are also being named after the country or region of discovery or after the scientists who discovered them. Recently, 4 elements, ytterbium, yttrium, erbium, and terbium, were named after a Swedish village named Ytterby. And although thus far no scientist has named an element after themselves, some elements have been named after famous scientists as a tribute to them for their work. For example, the element Einsteinium was named after Albert Einstein. And these are just a few of the 118 elements, and there are many more. Now, memorizing all these names would be so difficult. But it's alright, there's still a trick to remember the first 20 elements at least. All we have to do is memorize 2 lines to memorize the names of these elements in the correct order. The first line is, "Hi, hello, listen to BBC News on Friday night. It stands for hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon." The second line is, "Naughty Mowgli always sings patriotic songs claimed by A.R. Rahman at the karaoke cafe. It stands for sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, potassium, and calcium." Easy to remember now, isn't it? The next time someone asks you to name the first 20 elements in the periodic table, well, you know them all.